Hey guys, this is AJ from Arabajoy.com and Christian Bloggers Bootcamp, and I was working on the course um, Build Your List Like a Boss, and I wanted to share a few things with you about the course for those of you who are wondering or who are interested in it. Now, I have to say that this is not this little screen share is not for any of you who have expressed that you don't have the finances right now for this course. I don't want to pressure anybody into getting this, and I want you guys to like me, and I don't want you to have buyer's remorse over something that I present to you. So that would just really make me very sad, and I want a long-term relationship. So if you're in that position, please don't watch this. There will always be time for that later, and I would just rather have you happy than um, sell something to you now that you regret later. So you can just go ahead and shut this off and have a good evening. But if you are one who opened the email about the new course and you're like, building your list, meh, yawn, not really that interested, then this is for you, because I want to show you how important having a list is. Now, I'm using the term list, which I do not like, but I'm using it because people understand what that means. So I will be using it during this video, but in the course, I don't use that term because I think it's very impersonal and a little bit rude to refer to people who love you as your list. These people are extremely valuable. So anyway, that's a side note. So about the course, I just wanted to share a little bit about why I am doing this course and why it's so important and what it will do for you. And it really started about 8 months ago when I started focusing on building my list. And that meant that I couldn't blog as frequently as I was used to. It meant that I was creating less content for my blog, and I was focusing on building my list and nurturing my readers. And it was a scary shift to me because I couldn't continue posting at the rate I was doing and grow my list. And so I decided I was going to stop creating pillar content, which is so important, and there still is a place for that. But I was going to stop creating that, and I was going to focus on building my list instead. And I didn't really know what would happen. And let me tell you, 8 or 9 months later now, there is no way I would ever go back to what I was doing before. Building your list is extremely important and very valuable to your work as a content creator, whether you're a blogger or you're an author or you're some other content creator, an Etsy shop owner, or whatever it is that you do. So what happened with me is I had a list of about 2,500 people in June of 2015. And in July, I decided that I would make some changes. Now, between July and October or so, I made 3 very crucial changes, 3 very important decisions that focused on building my list. And by the beginning of December, I had a list of 6,500 people. Well, in December, because of Pinterest and the holidays, my traffic went crazy. And by the end of December, I was at 10,000. And by the end of January, I was at 25,000. So you can tell in a matter of 2 months, my list went bizarre because of all the traffic I was getting. But what I didn't realize at that time was I was converting the traffic very well because of what I had done and what I had set up on my blog for building my list. So it was just really timely. I captured those people and they became readers on my list because of the 3 crucial things that I had done prior to December. Now let me tell you something else I did. In December, I launched a product, and that was Grayskulls. And in February, I launched another product, and both of those products products were launched to a large list. And I can tell you, I have been blown away by the responsiveness of my list. Now, I know this firsthand. I know this because it's been very, very recent for me, so I can walk you step by step exactly what I did. I feel like it is so new to me, it is so fresh that I can tell you exactly what to do, in what order, and how. So, for those of you who don't understand the value of a list, let me just tell you 4 things that it can do for you. Number 1, it will drive massive amounts of traffic to every single blog post that you publish. Okay? You send it out to your list, you have hundreds, possibly even thousands, depending on the size of your list, who will go read everything that you write. Now that is influence, guys, right? That's what we want. We want influence. We want our message to get heard. We want to minister to people. We want to encourage people. We want to reach people where they're at. And when you have a list of people who have already expressed an interest in what you have to share, and you share that content with them via email, you are driving massive amounts of people to the content that you create. It's not, you don't have to wait any longer for someone to share it, or for a post to go viral, or for social media to, show your thing in people's news feeds. You don't have to wait for that. You already have the audience ready and waiting for you. The second thing it will do is you will get your post shared more, because these are people who are interested in what you have to create. They are willing to share your post with others. So you have a built-in potential for growth right there, simply because of your readers. The third thing you can do is you can monetize your list. And I have really seen this firsthand. I've done a couple affiliate promotions with, well, really one big one since I've had this growth in my list. But I'm getting ready to promote another one next month, and I've had a couple product launches, and I'm telling you, I've just launched my list. That's been my focus. I've not gone out and tried to do a whole lot of hustling and rustling things up on social media. I've just simply launched my list, and it has been phenomenal. And then this is the last thing that it can do for you, and I want to really share this one because about a month ago, I asked in the Facebook group what your biggest goal or your biggest dream was for your blog in your writing. And I asked that because I really care. And I want to know ways that I can help. And, my time is limited. So, I can't do everything that I want to do. But I really believe in our group. I believe in Christian bloggers, and I believe our message is extremely important. I believe our world needs to hear it, and I believe all of our voices need to be as loudly as we can possibly make them for the glory of God and for the time and the generation we live in. So I want to help and equip as best that I can to the extent that my time allows. And so I wanted to know, okay, well, what are your goals? What are your dreams? How can we work together to make these things happen? And by and large, everybody said the exact same 3 things. And that was, number 1, to minister. That was the biggest one we all had in common. Number 2 was to write a book. And I get it. I've written a couple books, and I am so there with you. And number 3 was to monetize your site. And then a 4th one was to do speaking. But everybody pretty much had those top 3. Some of them didn't want to monetize, but that was the minority. Most everybody had those top 3 in common. And let me tell you something. If writing a book is one of your goals, the best thing you can do is to build a list. Because let me tell you something. Having a launch team and doing social media blast and recruiting other bloggers to do a book tour and all of that sort of thing, it is extremely outdated. Now, it wasn't outdated a year ago, but it is now, because what you are doing is you are relying on other people's audiences to make your book sell. And things just don't work that way. If you were on, let me just ask you, if it were you, okay? If you were a reader and you saw someone's book being shared on social media by somebody that you followed, you may check it out, right? You might check it out if the title looked good, if it was addressing something that you were interested in. But what if you had come across that author and you had been very interested in what they had to share, you'd signed up for their list, they had built trust with you, you knew they were solid, you knew they delivered value, you knew they could write well. When they launched their book and they made an announcement, would you get it? And which one would you be more likely to get? If you saw it on somebody's newsfeed, or if you saw it from an author whose list you were on? Well, of course, you're going to buy it from a list that you're on. You have heard that author, you love the author, you trust the author, you know they're going to bring it when they deliver their content, and you are going to buy whatever they have to offer. Same with us, guys. If you are relying on outdated techniques to sell your book when you launch it, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are not going to get the reach that you hope and that you could get. Focus on your list. This is where it's at. Now, guys, I have just figured out how to do this. I figured out how to do it. I've gone from 2,500 subscribers to 25,000 subscribers in about 7 months. I can tell you exactly what to do to get there and to make it happen. And that's what this course is about. So if you have a goal for your blog, if you want to minister and encourage people and reach people with a message that you know God has given you, if you want to monetize, if you want to write a book, if you want to get into speaking, whatever your goal is for your blog, then you need to understand that building your list is the fastest way to get there. There are other ways to get there, but they're going to take way, way longer. I can just tell you that straight up. So I am very excited to share this with you. I believe in you guys. I believe in Christian bloggers. I believe in our message, and I believe our world needs to hear it. And I am so excited about sharing everything I've learned, all the techniques. We're going to go over the 5 ways to rapidly build your list, the proven ways to do that. We're going to talk about monetizing your list in ways that are appropriate and natural, and that where you are still serving your audience. We're going to talk about the 3 top ways to do that. We're going to talk about nurturing your list and how important that is, and how that's going to make you distinct among everybody else out there that's just bombarding people's inboxes with salesy stuff. We're going to talk about how to build trust and how to give value and really serve your readers through your list. And guys, it's going to be good stuff. So I hope you'll join me. The registration will still be open after April 8th, but April 8th is the last day to get it at this price. This stuff is far, far, far more valuable than $147 that I'm asking. But I'm doing this hopefully to serve you guys and equip you for growing your list and getting your message out there. Okay, that's it. God bless you.